a lot has happened in the past few days with leaked information, new reports and developments, and all in regards to Modern Warfare 2. And today, we're going to knock out quite a few things on the to-do list here that we've yet to talk about since they've happened. Today, we're taking a look at some pretty big multiplayer leaks from Modern Warfare 2, ranging from maps to newly reported features coming to the game. As we go along, drop your thoughts down below. What do you like the sound of the most out of all of this? Is there anything in particular that you're really hoping to hear more about in regards to Modern Warfare 2? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. But if you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare 2 as any and all information surfaces. We'll keep you in the loop with all you need to know while chasing down 500,000 subscribers. So if you'd like to join the community, I'd love to have you. And finally, check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage once again for the best blue light glasses on the market, but more on them in just a bit. So let's start out here at the sort of beginning. One of the big things that broke out of the last couple of days was a ton of new information in regards to maps for Modern Warfare 2. Now, Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer maps was something that a couple of weeks ago we actually saw the list of these leaked from the COD Warzone mobile alpha. That's a kind of long string of things to follow, but it seems like for whatever reason, Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and even to some degree, COD 2024 information has been in the Warzone mobile game files for those that have access to the mobile alpha and also have the ability to data mine that kind of stuff. It's there for you. But out of that, we learned about a large list of maps. We've already gone over those, but a quick refresher. There were Action Park, Agent Perf, Ancient, Backstab, Cathedral, Climb, Cruise, Davos, Dogtown, Esports Gym, Exhume, Fallout, Favela, Floating Bay, Grand Prix, Killhouse, Luxury, Mountain Town, Narcos, Oilfield, Ridge, Royce Test, Runner, Saba, Salvage, Tokyo, Trade, and Yellow Castle. Now, from that, we were able to deduce a few things. Number one, this list seemed legit because there was a map that was in this list that was given to us right up front called Grand Prix. That was confirmed by Infinity Ward, so a good start, right? Number two, there was a few maps that we would have to account for things like battle maps or those ground war variations in Modern Warfare 2, and perhaps some of those would be gunfight maps or rather the new mode of knockout maps, specific for those lower player counts. But also, number three, we'd very well be seeing cut maps in there as well as test maps in that list because, I mean, one of those maps was quite literally named Royce Test. So when we whittle it down, we're likely around that 20 map mark or so that could be traditional experiences, which still would be the most maps at launch in COD history. Modern Warfare 2019 was that only other game that had 20 maps at launch, but that included your standard modes, ground war, and gunfight maps, which were all for different player counts. So this was then updated when Reality UK, the miner who found all of this to begin with, ended up finding map images associated with them. And unfortunately, I can't put these leaked images on screen for you. If I can find anywhere that they may still be up, I'll link it down there in the description below. But honestly, it has been very few and far in between. Everything is getting DMCA'd, and we'll talk about the significance of that in just a second. But we saw about 10 different maps here leaked that ended up showcasing a little bit about what these maps will indeed focus on. One of the big things that I liked immediately here out of this is that there was color. That's something that Infinity Ward has gotten a lot of flack for in the past, and historically speaking, there have been very drab color palettes for maps, but these all look to be more bright and vibrant where visibility might not be an issue as well. The colors pop themselves, making them a little more appealing to the eye and everything like that. So they look like they'll be a little bit more enjoyable to play on, even though of course we won't be able to accurately tell that until we get our hands on with it. We see some maps showcasing some of the new environmental set pieces like water going through one of the ground war maps that was leaked. Grand Prix ends up showcasing some of the cars going through the track in that key art image, which apparently is happening in the background of the map. I don't think it'll be an environmental hazard, but it is something that was there. But okay, what's the significance of this leak here of these images? Well, two things. Number one, as I mentioned, they were all DMCA'd or copyright striked, meaning that they're the actual intellectual property of Activision and Infinity Ward associated with Modern Warfare 2 that was put out there without consent, thus confirming their validity that these were indeed the maps. This also confirmed a few things for the next Call of Duty game developed by Treyarch, which again, we'll talk about a bit more in length soon, but by removing them, it confirmed their legitimacy. And number two, these images, well, they're the exact map art images that we saw during our pre-briefing for Modern Warfare 2 a few days before the reveal of the game. That's one of those things that's always tough to convey here. I mean, we can't put stuff like this on screen, and of course, when we had our briefing, there was no visual recording allowed, so it's not like we could end up putting this up and just showing you guys as is. But to now see these images again as the official map art images, well, that again just confirms to me, yeah, this stuff was real that leaked out. So we got quite a bit of map imagery that showcased a little bit about what these maps will be all about in the future, but after that we ended up seeing that Reality also leaked a couple of operators that were found in the game files from Warzone Mobile as well. Now, this is something we haven't really talked about. I don't think that I've seen too many people talk about this. There were a handful of operators named Gunner, Fender, Chili, Hutch, Kilgore, Stiletto, Callisto, and one unnamed that looks to be Nikto in the Shadow Company division here. So that's something that if any of these sound familiar, mainly Kilgore in particular, that might be for a reason, because to date there's still a ton of operators from the Modern Warfare 2019 game files that were never actually released. They never came to the light of day, and they were there from the very beginning. For those that may be OGs here on the channel, I'm talking like have been around for at least 3 years before the coverage of Modern Warfare 2019 really began in terms of that launch. You may remember that there was a leaker named Senasalo who posted a ton of stuff on Reddit, data mined a ton of stuff. He was the one that actually broke the story of Warzone actually coming in Modern Warfare 2019 as well. But he ended up data mining this stuff like before the launch of the game, if I'm not mistaken, if not right before, right after the launch of Modern Warfare 2019. So these have been in there for quite a long time. Those operators being Kilgore, again, listed in Modern Warfare 2 with the Warzone Mobile files, Nebo, Stoli, Trig, Yandi, Hooper, Kato, Lynch, as in the Marshawn Lynch, and Quinn. So it's quite possible we could end up seeing some of these maybe come over from what didn't make it into Modern Warfare 2019 and come over into Modern Warfare 2, whether by narrative planning or just finally releasing additional content in terms of a playable operator that just never made it in Modern Warfare 2018. So that's some other stuff that leaked here. And then as of today, we learned about something that will be coming seemingly shortly after the launch of Modern Warfare 2. This new report coming from the Ghost of Hope industry insider who we've talked about here on the channel before, stating that ranked play will be coming to Modern Warfare 2 shortly after launch, with Treyarch leading development on the mode. Now, that's something that may be surprising, but also may not, depending on how much you actually follow some of these developmental rumors and things like that. It's been rumored for a long while that Treyarch would be assisting in something within 2023. A free-to-play title has been mentioned with Jason Schreier, so that's something they're working on in addition to their upcoming COD 2024, but it seems like they're also going to have their hand now in ranked play, which I personally don't too much mind. I think the ranked play in Vanguard is one of the redeeming factors of the game. Could it be better? Absolutely. I think there's always room for improvement for everything, but one thing that I do think we need to keep in mind when we take a look at this is that the competitive side, that team that would be managing the ranked mode within Modern Warfare 2, that's a much smaller team than the overall Treyarch as a whole, the studio working on COD 2024. There's a lot of compartmentalized things within game dev, and that's one of those things. So while it seems like Treyarch does have their hand in everything, and they kind of do, it doesn't seem like it should be something that takes away from the overall integrity or entirety of their upcoming title in 2024. They'll still have plenty of developmental resources and hands on deck for that project, that this won't really detract from anything there. Now, I will say that it's definitely nice because Modern Warfare 2 having a ranked and competitive mode should be nice for those competitive players and hardcore grinders to try and battle it out in those rankings. One thing that I really thought was a missed opportunity in Modern Warfare 2019 was that there was no competitive integration, which was always ironic because that was the first year of the Call of Duty League. So I never really understood why you invest all this into a competitive league but not have any support for it actually in-game. So nice to see that this is going to be coming alongside now Modern Warfare 2. I wish it was at launch, but it seems to be shortly thereafter, like we've seen the last couple of years. I think we talked about it before. The last time we saw a ranked mode launch with a Call of Duty game was in 2015 with Black Ops 3. So quite some time that they've now been delaying that kind of stuff, whether intentionally or unintentionally. I know the last couple of years have been kind of in conjunction with the launch of the CDL season, so that might be something we see here again, maybe launching in December, January of 2023. We'll have to wait and see. But that's some of the leaks here that we ended up learning about in the last couple of days, and most recently in the last 12 hours or so. So I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of all of this kind of stuff? Are you looking forward to the leaks that we learned about so far? Are you hoping to see anything else in the near future? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. But before we wrap everything up, a reminder to check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage. I've been talking about them for a year and a half now at this point, and I still will swear by them. If you're looking at any sort of screen for a prolonged period of time every single day, you might have noticed the effects of blue light. Personally, for me, how I work, I'm on my computer like 10 hours a day, so I absolutely have struggled to combat this in the past. Those $15 pair on Amazon, while they are cheap, you're going to be getting some cheap results, unfortunately, with that. They're not going to be the best in class like Gamer Advantage actually is, where they're lightweight, durable, and of course, incredibly comfortable. Plus, their lenses are clinically proven. They've got all the technical breakdowns on their site, so if you guys would like to learn more about the science behind it and all that kind of stuff, the link is down there. Check them out. But if you guys are interested at all in protecting your vision long-term, check out any of their glasses. And if you want to pick something up for yourself, use code Espresso at checkout for 10% off your order. But that said, if you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare 2. We'll keep you the day with absolutely any and everything you need to know. So if you're interested, I'd love to have you in the community. That said, thanks so much for watching. Modest Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.